Questions in the chat room.
That's some good questions.
Paz, do you have the do you have the document?
Document, yeah.
Can you read the pre-show up at the top where it says this is the MMO Show episode 5 recorded on Thursday, July 23rd, 2015?
Yeah.
Cool. Do that now.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Just about to say Micro Machines guy. You got to do it like him.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
No, just do it in your voice.
This is the MMO Show, episode 5, recorded on Thursday, July 23rd, 2015 AD.
No, your other voice.
Oh, remember that crazy voice you used to do with the mic setting?
Oh, yeah. That headset died.
The headset died. Okay. Well, welcome to the MMO Show, episode 5. And on this show tonight, we have Steve.
Hello.
That's Steve. And we have Jason.
Hey.
That's Jason. And we have John, a.k.a. Pazzolupo. We will probably, even though he has a real name, we'll probably still refer to him as Pazz throughout this entire episode.
Yeah.
Pazzolupo.
Hooray! Semi-anonymity.
There you go.
You know that a lot of people think that that's my last name?
Pazzolupo? No, it's... Okay. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's dumb of them. Well, 50% of the population has below average intelligence, so...
No, 49% does.
Oh, okay. That's true. That's true. Checks out.
Yeah.
Math.
Yeah, we are the 1%.
Woo.
Right at the 50 mark?
Yeah.
Right in the sweet spot.
Right above.
Right there.
All those folks.
Just enough to mock those below us. Stupidly, of course, because...
Yeah, we're not well, but yeah.
Just trying to impress the upper 49.
Steve,
Yeah.
what are
Yes.
you beveraging on tonight?
Because of some amazing tweets over the past week, I have went on a search. Did not take me long. It was actually the first store that I went to. They had it, and it was right in front of me right when I walked in the door. I am having some hard root beer.
Oh, you found it. Good.
I did. It's the Not Your Father's root beer brand. And it's really good.
I bought some for Matt. He didn't like it.
Okay.
You fell asleep after.
You're such good parents.
It said root beer. You know someone's going to do that.
Uh-huh.
Someone's going to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So does it taste like, is it exactly what you pictured?
Yeah, because you guys were on Twitter basically saying that it just tastes like root beer. It's got like kind of a slight aftertaste to it that reminds me of a beer, but not real strong. I mean, these spices in it are overpowering, much like a pretty good root beer would be. So I am enjoying it quite a bit.
Wow, a beer that you like a
Awesome. Like a man.
Put some ice cream in that thing and be a man.
Yeah, have an adult float.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wonder if that would be good.
Okay.
Sure it would.
Jason, what do you
You better go get some ice cream.
Yeah, he's gonna go do that. So while he's gone to go get ice cream, Jason, what do you have in your beverage tonight, or what is your beverage tonight? He's got me all thinking about ice cream now.
I have a whiskey with Coke Zero.
You do whiskey and Coke.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Playing it healthy though with the Coke Zero.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah.
I almost just drank.
Very nutritious.
But yeah, I need the caffeine as well.
That helps. That is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same because I was too lazy to go make 2 different drinks or open a bottle of wine or anything. So I'm doing the same thing. And Pazz, what do you have tonight?
I got some fucking NyQuil right now. This is some hardcore shit.
Did you put some ice cream in it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think you probably are drinking the thing with the highest alcohol content.
Probably.
Yeah,
that might actually be true.
Especially when you start diluting with ice cream, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be hammered sooner than the rest of you.
Yeah, that's always good.
Just leave your mic open so when your head hits the keyboard.
Yeah, maybe because he's drowsy, he won't dick around so much on his keyboard and fiddle around with stuff and like I was just totally doing. Paz is notorious for causing me to edit for hours and hours and hours. Oh, the bottle cap episode. God, it was a
I have one around here.
We call him, his nickname beyond his gaming handle is the Dickler because he is always dicking around with stuff on his desk and causing me to edit
on the desk.
way too long. Anyway, don't make me edit.
Look forward to that.
Yeah. Woo! Actually, I've been like messing around with my desk the whole time we've been doing an intro. So, see, it's catchy. It's not my fault. Let's see. Possible MMO-based topics for tonight that may be coming up are some Final Fantasy, some stuff about some Daybreak stuff, maybe some Satora stuff, maybe some Camelot Unchained stuff, maybe some Guild Wars 2 stuff. We'll see how much we get to, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Cool.
We'll play by ear.
Yeah. Then we'll cheat on some MMOs at the end. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Steve.
Yeah. Yes.
I heard you were... I am shocked that you are actually still playing Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn. It's been like a week.
Yeah, I've stuck with it for over a week now. Last week I was playing and enjoying it quite a bit. The following weekend, I was looking to join Gray Sky Armada, which is Belgast from the Aggrochat podcast. His group's free company, which is the guilds in Final Fantasy XIV, if you're not familiar. And as I'm trying to send them messages in game, they kept telling me that the messages did not get received, and I couldn't figure out why.
Oh God.
And then I realized, after looking up some stuff, that I was on the wrong server.
That's what I saw.
No.
Okay, that's what I saw coming a mile away when you started saying all that.
I was like, what? You have to be a certain level? Or,
No.
man.
I kept on trying to communicate with him to get in the free company, and that hit me that I was not on the right server. I was on Siren, and he was on Cactar. And if you remember last week, I had started a brand new account, and got back in there got to that point. I was about level 20 with that character, and had gone through. There's a series of missions that you go through, that will take you to the 3 different main cities, and then it will slowly unlock the ability to pick up other jobs. So you can kind of switch between classes, so you can start doing crafting classes or jobs, and eventually unlock the advanced jobs. So I finally got to that point, was starting to do crafting and all that, and then made this realization. So I started over again. All the way over again, on the right server. Again. Yeah. But good news is that right now, even just a week later, not even quite a week later, I am further than I have ever been in the game.
That's awful.
Level 8?
No, I've got my end goal is to become a scholar in the game, which means I have to be at least a level 15 conjurer and then a level 30 arcanist, and then I can unlock the scholar class. But I have got conjurer to 17, then I switched over to arcanist, and I am now like level 22 on that, and about to do the quests that would be before the one where I get a chocobo, and I have never gotten a chocobo in the game, so this will be brand new stuff for me. I'm excited.
I can't believe you never even got your chocobo.
Never even gotten my chocobo.
Holy crap.
I've always kind of... I think the thing is I've always got to that point where I can switch in between the different jobs, and started diving way too much into the crafting. And kind of, I don't know, the crafting is amazing and I love it.
It is really good.
It's really, really good. But I think the crafting disciplines that I did before, like months back, were always ones like mining. Like I had to have mining, and then I would go do like armor craft or whatever. And like the gathering jobs are so monotonous and boring that kind of, I think, kind of bored me of the game in general. And I should have, I don't know. I should have just went back to doing other things, but then it slowly petered me out every time in the past. But this time around, like everything, like I'm doing something completely different. Like I'm playing classes that I normally would never play. I would never consider playing. And I think that that's so fresh to me that that's helping me out. And the crafting disciplines that I'm doing are similarly mechanic. I mean, the mechanics are similar to the other ones in the game, but it's just I'm making totally different stuff. I'm not doing any of the gathering. I'm just buying the raw materials. So it kind of streamlines that whole process, and I'm still really enjoying it. And the story quests are getting a little bit more interesting. So I'm really enjoying the game right now.
Yeah, the story really picks up. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But
so I'm digging it. I'm
playing all on PC.
No, actually, now that you mentioned it, I had back when Bloodborne, totally sidetrack, Bloodborne came out on the PlayStation 4, and I bought it. And when I bought it, I got it at Target with a deal that if you bought the game, you got a free $20 PlayStation Network card. And I've been sitting on that card since then. The intent was, because I knew like a month or two after that Rocket League, which we've talked about on the show before, was going to be coming out, and I knew I wanted that game.
What's Rocket League?
What's Rocket League?
I'm totally kidding.
Let's totally sidetrack.
I mean, but I actually don't know.
Yeah. My intent was, okay, I'll hold on to this and just pick up Rocket League when it comes out. Well, Rocket League came out free for PlayStation Plus members. I didn't have to use the card, and then soon after, I started playing Final Fantasy. Long story short, even though I've got past most of the story, I picked up Final Fantasy 14 on the PS4 as well in order to add an additional month to my account and so that I could check it out on the PS4. So I have played it a little bit on there with the controller, and I've even tried with the controller on the PC some. And it's amazing how well they get that game to work with a controller, but I don't like doing the combat with it.
Yeah.
What I love is crafting with it. It is so much easier to navigate and bust through the buttons on that menu. Just sit back. Like I will, even on the PC, I'll throw something on Netflix on the TV next to me. I'll sit back and I'll just go nuts through the controls with the controller. It's so much easier, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it on both, and I've kind of got to that point where like, yeah, I don't really want to do the combat, but out on the PlayStation 4, I may fire it up and just go through some crafting. So
yeah, it was kind of the same point or same way with the controller. It was fine. I thought it worked well, but I typically, when doing combat, I'd only like grind levies and the kind of the same ones just to
exactly.
If I was too worried that if shit hit the fan, it wasn't my skill with that was going to fail me and everything was going to go bad.
Could you fake grind with that? Pretty easy then.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
It's nice if you don't have to use a lot of your abilities, but the second that you have to start cycling through,
switching
the hot
bars,
it can kind of be more of a pain. It's not as easy. I mean, yeah, especially if you have more like instant abilities rather than ones you're waiting for the bar to cool down. If you're waiting on the cooldowns, then you have time to cycle through that stuff. But if you really got to go nuts, especially like some targeting stuff, tab targeting essentially works the same. You're just using the D-pad to cycle through enemies or friends if you need to heal. But I just find it a little bit more cumbersome than in like PC, like keyboard and mouse, where you can just select the person on the party menu or whatever. It's just definitely built more for mouse keyboard, but of every MMO that I've ever played that had a controller support, it's by far the best.
Yeah, it's pretty good. DCUO had a really good controller.
Yeah, they do.
Layout.
But for the fact that they have so many abilities at your disposal, the way that they have the ability that you can cycle through, and the fact that the game completely changes the menu layout and everything for the controller, for the hotbar layout for the controller, so that it maps the way you would think. So it's really good. Yeah. But yeah, that is my tale of Final Fantasy 14 for the week. Hopefully nothing will go bad, and I will still be playing a week from now. And
you're still on account number 2, right?
Huh?
You're still on account number 2?
Yes.
You're not up to 3? Okay, good.
I'm not up to a third. Not up to a third account.
Good.
Unless you count the PS4, but I linked that to the second account. So.
You're on 2.5.
Yeah, there you
go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
it's all right.
Working on.
What you doing?
Well, it's hard to host and do the show prep stuff that I do. But anyway.
Oh, right. You want me to take over?
No, it's cool.
Okay.
I can just edit all that. That's cool. It'll just be in the YouTube, the awkwardness. I guess moving on to some other news that hit this week. John Smedley stepped down as CEO of Daybreak. And Daybreak, if you don't know, is the company in charge of EverQuest, EverQuest 2, and EverQuest Next, and Landmark, and H1Z1, formerly known as Sony Online Entertainment, or SOE. What else do they do? They also do PlanetSide 2. DCUO. Yeah, I mean, they're... Here, there's a whole link here.
Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dragon's Prophet.
A hot joint.
Dragon's Prophet was the one I wasn't remembering.
Oh, that's a game that's out, right? I always forget that that's a thing.
That's a thing. It is a thing.
What
and
about Vanguard, dude? Vanguard's
not a thing anymore, buddy.
Listen.
Neither is Galaxy.
Well, yeah, I know, but I assume everyone knows that.
Hey, free realm.
I know you're joking, Slips. I really don't know if Paz knows that Vanguard's not around anymore. Did you know that?
I mean, I haven't looked, but
right.
He was about to try to patch the game and get in.
I would try that out.
Yeah. I was about to try and boot up Matrix Online as well just now.
Ooh.
Yeah. They had to do some free realms.
Yeah.
Aw, memories. Play some Warhammer.
So it sounds like he's not technically leaving the company.
He's not leaving the company. He's taking they're kind of pausing, hitting that little pause button, and he will return once they decide how to reorganize with him still in the company. Paid vacation, yes.
Out of the limelight.
They did not call it a vacation, but all this is from all that drama that happened with apparently there's been a lot of DDoS attacks on the Daybreak games. So, yeah.
Yeah, after he came out and was upset.
He was a little upset about some results from that. You all know about this, right? Everyone knows about this. No. I don't know if I want to rehash it.
I'm actually completely in the dark over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man. Okay, so you know how, like, whenever an MMO launches or anything, there's always, like, these DDoS attacks, like, the day of the launch. Okay, and you know how, like, at Christmas time, like, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 were down for, like, the whole day, like, you couldn't get it from DDoS attacks.
Yeah, just because they can, I know.
Right, it's this group, it's the same group, pretty much, it sounds like, that does all that, and they really, really don't like John Smedley. And I guess there's just been thousands of these accounts of these attacks happening, and there was this whole court thing happened, but the trick of it is, it's, they went to court in Finland, is it? Because
I think that's where the one specific individual is.
The one individual in the group that they
17-year-old.
Yeah, he's a minor in Finland, so it was, you know, all the courts and stuff was handled in Finland, and so it's their whole justice system and everything. I don't know a lot about it, but he got 0 jail time and for all of this stuff. So, and it's not funny, but it's
and John Smedley went to Twitter kind of saying
he thought
it was crap.
About it. So
it all went down there. Yeah, and he had it was the same guy too. Merrick reminded in the chat that he forced down the passenger airplane that John Smedley was on.
Yeah,
because of a bomb threat.
Yeah, he called in a bomb threat and forced down John Smedley's plane.
Video games are serious business.
He really doesn't like John Smedley.
Yeah, basically it comes down to John Smedley pissed off the wrong people, and they went against him, and then he continued to piss them off, and it's just continued to not go well for the company.
Smedley.
For John or the company he works for, which...
I mean, really, they can't do anything to stop the guys doing it, but they can stop John Smedley. So they're gonna. That's what they're gonna do.
It's so weird that this happens in this industry, and you know, you had like Misery movie about the author. Like, you don't have that type of stuff going on in other media that I know of.
Yeah,
right.
This only is like a personal. It's crazy.
So I don't know why anyone would want to get into making games.
I would never make a game.
No.
Like, oh my god, this is awful. Like, the things that these people go through, it's just, no thank you.
I have enough trouble making shit in a game, much less making a game itself.
I don't even have time to play games, so...
Yeah.
So he'll come back in some other role, and I wonder how long. Like I'm guessing they're going to try to let it all cool down and let people forget about his name and what happened, and then try to bring him back in some other role. Or it wouldn't surprise me if he just left the company at some point quietly, and then they announce, "Oh yeah, okay, he hasn't been part of the company in a while."
I really like watching Smedley's Twitter, though. I'm not the only one, right?
It was, like I've made the joke on the multiplaying that he was dangerously insane individual, but I like that about him, and
There's no filter.
That's a reason why, unfortunately, CEOs don't talk out like this, because you have repercussions like this.
Yep.
So it's a bummer. There's not many other CEOs left who don't speak through PR speak.
All right, that was sad. I feel sad.
It was sad.
Are we all sad? Okay.
I
guess if you're on the other side of that didn't like John Smedley, you might not be sad. But
yeah,
don't come
like
after
that guy
us.
that I didn't know about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't come after us.
Yeah. I know, right? I don't know what you're gonna attack.
You have
I don't even
to gain. From...
I had to close down my Minecraft server. I have nothing.
Yeah, like Steve, there's no gain of coming after us. Nothing.
Oh god, now they're gonna see.
Just let me keep this root beer.
No, can't have that. Anyway. They'll let you keep the root beer. They'll take the ice cream.
Yeah. So you're only gonna be kind of happy.
Let's stop talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still playing Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Well, yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I didn't play Tuesday. I actually was exhausted Tuesday and went to bed early. Like, usually
that's cool.
I try and stream on Tuesday. I would like to kind of cover... We had a streaming schedule that we tried for the first month of the MMO show, and I deleted it yesterday because we were streaming regularly whenever we feel like it, but we're not really good about keeping the schedule. Like, Friday nights are not always good, and Saturday nights are not always good for you, and sometimes Tuesday's not good, but Wednesday is for me. So, so we took out the schedule.
Sometimes I think about it on Monday.
Yeah, so I took the schedule part out. The thing you can count on is the podcast, and the rest is random awesomeness. So
this is all gravy.
Yeah, so if you want to watch us actually stream games and talk to you, be all interactive with the chat room a little bit more than this, follow us on Twitch at the MMO Show, and
follow us on Twitter too, because you'll
still at
see the
MMO
updates
Show.
there.
Yeah, that's true.
I streamed a bunch of Albion Online earlier this week.
He did.
Yeah.
He did a bunch.
I think I missed that. Did I watch that?
It was on Sunday morning.
I didn't see you.
I streamed about an hour and a half or so, just to.
You know what? I think I popped in real quick, but before my kid said, "I want cereal."
So have him go make cereal.
Oh, he's an invalid, so.
That's like the one thing. Like, as soon as Matt was old enough, I'm like, you can make your own cereal.
Yeah.
He's very excited about it too. So, but who put in the note that Switor added Togruta?
I did.
And why is Togruta Ahsoka?
Because that's her race.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
but
and I know that was
Sergeant Rusk. God damn it.
That's something that people were really looking forward to. I might roll an actual female of those, because I think that's kind of cool.
Are they like one side only?
I think they're both.
Is it?
I think they're pretty open. I'd have to double check, but I do believe you get them if you subscribe, or I think you do have to purchase them through the cartel if you don't subscribe. I don't know how much it is.
Such a weird statement to make. I gotta purchase this race through the cartel.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Video games are weird.
Yeah.
The chat room is saying they added them today or yesterday, and that they're beautifully done, and they are both light and dark available.
Yeah, it's awesome. I haven't gotten into play today.
I do love this chat room thing. We don't have to do any research, right?
They look really good from the screenshots and all that I saw. So. Yeah, I'm still playing. I have actually kind of gone playing a little bit more on the Republic side, just because my smuggler is like 42 or 43, and I want to get him through everything, and then I might go back to my agent and try to level that up some.
Cool.
Cool. Awesome.
Chat room. Google how to fix a garbage disposal for me.
They don't work that way. Anything else with Sator then? I have not been able to get with my group at all, so it's sort of been a totally single player experience for me, but I don't mind because it's kind of a really awesome game still that way. So, Guild Wars.
Did you guys see that KOTOR 2 got an update, a massive update on Steam?
KOTOR 2?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it has like
Really?
Steam Workshop availability now, and they fixed it for a widescreen high def and all that shit. It runs nice.
Yeah, I heard that out of the blue the other day. That's crazy. That game came out.
A lot of the bugs and shit. You know, they work directly with one of the mod teams that has been fixing the game for however many years, and they integrated that right away into the workshop. That was the first thing they added.
I would love a KOTOR redo like that. Like,
the iOS version is not bad.
Is it? I downloaded it, never ever even opened it because just never did.
It's pretty good. They did a really smart thing, which I mean, it's kind of in the game anyway. But the combat there works well, given that you don't have an actual controller because you can pause it so frequently, and it's kind of turn based.
Yeah, you can pause at any point.
But but no, I played through about half that game. I've been going back to it every once in a while on my iPad, and it plays completely fine. It looks fairly decent. They did some graphical stuff with it.
I can make Karth fall in love with me again, but he's still
a boring zilch.
Oh, you never get a love scene as a girl in that game. He just proposes at the end, like, because he respects you and stuff. It's so dumb.
Sad zero.
Oh, you guys all getting busy in their games. Never happens. Never happens.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just for a split second there, I was really confused because when you said Karth, I thought you said Carinth.
Oh.
And I was like,
isn't his name Karth?
No, but he's
like Car, from.
Like
our friend Karnath. Yeah. No. But isn't the character's name Karth? Was I right?
Really lost.
Was I wrong?
Yeah. No, Karth is right.
Okay.
I don't know. He's so forgettable.
It's been a few years. I might have pulled the wrong name out of my ass there. So, but yeah, no. I don't think I'd have to. I don't think Car would hesitate to roleplay that. Let's see. Guild Wars 2.
Yes.
They announced the Elementalist Elite spec, the Tempest.
Yes.
And they're getting war horns.
Toot toot, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, my Sura's gonna look good with that.
This is how I announce things.
It's gonna be too big. It's gonna be top heavy. You can't blow through that.
He's gonna look awesome. He's gonna look like a raw
Sura Elementalist was so cool. Yeah, I have an Elementalist to like 35. I could chug her up there to 80, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, it sounds like the Warhorn and the Elite spec for the Ellie will be kind of a frontline support class. So it actually seems really cool.
Yes. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, it should be pretty rad. I like the idea that it almost seems more like that it is kind of more of a utilitarian class. I venture to say that it's kind of the closest thing to that the game will probably have to a bard. I don't know if anything will. And I don't know. That's
don't
just
you
speculation.
tease, you son of a bitch.
Well, think about it. Think about it. You have a Warhorn as your primary weapon, your front line, and you can sit there and just chant stuff through the Warhorn.
It's like a kazoo?
Kinda. It's a Vuvuzela.
Oh god, my son's been running around with his today.
I saw that by the door. Has he been doing that during the day?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The hilarious thing about this is that somebody had said it on Reddit that there are some Warhorns in the game, the skins for them, that they will play different like sounds through them. Like there was one from the Super Adventure Box, the kind of throwback 8-bit or 16-bit looking side levels that you could get this Warhorn and it would make a very binary sounding like 8-bit sound, and like just imagining like an elementalist just constantly tooting these just random weird sounds through that thing.
I'm imagining my Asura Elementalist doing that, just annoying the shit out of people.
I think that's what's going to happen.
My Elementalist has all this like monochrome colors look to her, and she's like black hair and the black mascara, like and super white, and like she's all very washed out and emo. I don't know if I like this wouldn't really fit her.
Right. Yeah. The only thing I'm
change characters a bit.
Ugh.
You get one of those character upgrades, right? Those.
Yeah, you can change the look of your character.
But I like what she looks.
You can change everything about them.
Mm-hmm. It's actually one of the highlights of Guild Wars 2 is the customization of the characters.
Have they said anything about if the elementals will be able to do any weapon swapping then?
With the Warhorn?
Or with anything? Because they're one of the classes that can't.
Yeah.
That you have to actually equip a different weapon.
Can they not?
No, they can't.
No.
Huh. I've never played one. That's like one of the few classes in the game I've never played. But is it because of the element swapping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so. So yeah, like you have to go. I got really good at opening up my character and weapon swapping out in WVDub, but it would be nice to at least put 2 in there and switch between.
It might be like a minstrel or a bard then, because remember in DOC the minstrel was the only one that didn't have enough weapon swaps for all their stuff. You had to go in and switch yours out in the middle of combat all the time and everything. So.
Yeah.
Put in the drum. Yeah.
Anyway, cool.
It seems cool. I'm still very torn for when Heart of Thorns comes out. If I'm going to kind of go full bore with the Reaver or whatever the hell they're called, the Dark Knight Necromancer Elite spec. I can't speak anymore tonight. My apologies. Or if I'm going to go with the Druid, which was the Ranger Elite spec. I'm really torn between the two. So, but I'm getting more and more excited about the game. I hope we get more info in regards to like the amount of space that we're getting in the game, because that's kind of the one thing that they've really not talked about. They've shown like a map to people, and without like more word on like other zones. It's kind of like, okay, is this a really condensed thing that we're getting, but with a lot of other additions to the game, or is this going to be a lot of new areas to discover? Because that's kind of the biggest thing that I want out of the game. Is on top of the elite, the other specializations that you can do. I want more things to discover. So
when does the Heart of Thorns thing go live?
They have not said yet.
I didn't think so, but it seems like that would have been said by now.
They've been slowly dripping the news, because I think they've only done features on 3 elite specs, maybe 4.
All right.
So I don't think they're even quite halfway through all of the classes, and they've kind of been sprinkling in some other bits of info here and there. So I think we got a while.
Okay.
If it's I want to say that there was word that it was going to be this year, but I don't even know if that's going to be a thing.
So probably late year.
Probably
early next year.
Maybe, possibly.
They may do it on like an anniversary thing, which I thought was in September, like late September. But
yeah, when did you guys go to Celebration? That was
August.
That was August.
3 years ago.
Was it August? I thought it was later than that.
No, because we went. It was right around my birthday. Came back.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, who knows? We'll find out when we find out, and then we'll talk about it
in the future.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about Camelot Unchained.
Oh yeah,
a little MMO called Camelot Unchained. And you can't say anything. Pazz is actually already in the game. So you can't say anything.
Yeah. We brought you in for this. We brought you in for this, so you couldn't say anything.
I'm not allowed to say anything.
It's not allowed to say anything because there's a big old NDA on that. It is an alpha, and they were.
Just give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
No, you can't. I don't think you can say anything.
No, he give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Hold on. Okay, thumbs up if it's everything we want it to be, and thumbs down.
No.
Come on, do it.
So let me.
I'll listen.
All right, I'm hosting. You didn't want to host, so you hush.
Rubs it across the mic.
I don't know why you guys can't hear my thumbs. I mean, I'm thumbing the shit out of this.
Okay, I got it. I heard it.
Okay.
I heard the thumb instruction.
Right.
Okay.
All right. I can't keep muting and unmuting that quickly. But, all right. So it was going to be announced that beta was, there was going to be an announcement for when beta was going to be released. So everyone was all excited. Everything seemed to be going, well. There wasn't any hints that anything was, gonna mess that up, but then there was like this weird delay. Like we'll tell you next week what happened. We're like, oh, that's weird. And then Mark Jacobs, who is he's the what is it? Not the
He's the
co-developer. I don't know, the co-head guy, because
co-founder of the company. And
yeah, co-founder. Let's go with that. Let's just give him a new title. If it's not right, him and Andrew Meggs are co-founders of this thing, of Camelot Unchained. So he came out and announced that they were originally going to do. Hang on, I have to pause this for a second.
For effect?
No, I messed up.
Oh.
And there we go.
We'll
just pull it up.
I'm just gonna vamp for a minute.
I don't think it's on there. Yeah, it's there. Okay. So it's all on.
Time for a word for our sponsors.
Yeah, sorry, that's where the commercial goes. So on the evening update for July 20th, they announced that they didn't have a senior programmer. They had hired one, and they thought everything was fine.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently, like 2 days after the guy started, he got another offer somewhere else that he couldn't pass up. So he went with that option instead, which kind of throws a big, wrench in the works here, because now they have to go back to the hiring process all over again. So instead of, like, this guy getting going and working for a month, like, they're going to be doing a hiring process.
Yeah.
So
Merrick in the chat says, too long, did not read, is the hipster senior programmer bailed at the worst possible time.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And yeah, it's kind of a rough time for Mark Jacobs personally, because his wife's actually going through some cancer treatments right now. Okay. And he was actually out the day it happened with her, like, getting that, being there, being a good husband.
Bad news on top of bad situation.
That day sucked.
Yeah, that day sucked. But she's actually she got some really good news, and her treatments are going to go much better. So she doesn't need chemotherapy, she just needs radiation. And so she's going to be fine, and that's awesome. But yeah, they didn't know that then, that day was bad. So anyway, and it's kind of bad for all of us. We just have to wait a little bit longer. It's not that big of a deal, but I did notice that they had made their last stretch goal, and then after this announcement, because they are promising refunds. Anyone at any time can get a refund.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah. And now
it's relevant after some of the Star Citizen stuff this past week.
Yeah. No, they always have, like, prior to that Star Citizen mess, they always have been offering refunds to anyone. What
happened with Star Citizen anyway?
We'll get to that one second.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm out of touch, man.
So it's all right. So anyway, they had made their stretch goal, and it looks like, my guess is, some refunds were requested due to this beta delay, because now they are not at their stretch goal, unless there was just an error on their counter that did it. But
no, they're short, like, just $8,000.
Yeah, but they had made it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, prior to that.
I'll pick up the tab.
Oh, good for you. Look at that hero.
My name is Merrick.
Yeah, Merrick, you could throw some money at Camelot Unchained. You haven't put into this yet, right? So anyway, Star Citizen, if you don't know, it's not really... I don't really want to go through that, because it kind of seems
just
like...
a short version. Merrick says, nothing drama, it was made up, Star Citizen is fine.
Yeah, it was...
Pretty much
they gave a refund to a particular... former developer who had gone publicly complaining, and yeah, that developer has a bad reputation.
Why was I mentioning his name?
Yeah, and so
I don't know his name, but...
Then people asked, the question kind of came up: are refunds available to everybody? And they said no. They decided to give it back to this person.
So that was kind of the crappy part of that. Is some people did want refunds. This guy got one because he caused a big stink. So now people are, it's just kind of people who did want refunds. Who've changed their mind can't get them, but this guy could get one. So, anyway. So that's the stink with Star Citizen, I guess.
whatever.
Yeah, but Star Citizen didn't promise refunds, so
That's true.
I didn't give them any money. I don't care.
Oh,
Spaceships.
And I probably never will. So, it's just
Those spaceships in Albion.
it's not my type of game. It looks like just a big mess. It looks like a big conglomerate of everything I don't want in a game. So I'm just
but those people who are into that those games
I know.
really want everything that they're promising.
I know. It's gonna be, hopefully.
I hope it's good. I threw in
I hope it
like
actually
$40
comes out,
into it.
And yeah.
I can
He likes
walk around
it.
my
He can
ship
talk
and do
about
the arena combat and stuff, and that stuff's okay. I do hope that they get to some of the modules that they say are going to be out fairly soon, actually out. Because right now, it's not a game really.
No.
It's like a spaceship MOBA right now.
With the arena commander stuff, you mean?
Yeah. Like right now, it's just arena, but there are games based entirely around that. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's definitely not what it's gonna be, but
from the talk,
good.
This first episode of the single player campaign is not crazy far off, right?
I forget the timetable they had, but it's this year.
Okay, which is not crazy far off. I mean, that game always just seems like it's in the.
Well, they're doing so much. You're like, they're never going to finish.
Right, and the Star Marine was that alpha of that was supposed to be in the game fairly soon, and now that's the one that's.
Yeah, it was like supposed to be March, and then it got pushed back to like June, and then
But
now we're in.
MMO
They came out and said, or some people were reporting. Indefinitely postponed, and then I think Chris Roberts came out with a letter recently and said, "No, that is not true. It is coming."
But in MMO development, 4 years isn't that big of a deal. Like, I think, wasn't Guild Wars 2 5 years in development? I mean,
no, if you look
unheard
at
of.
overall time from when the Kickstarter ended, it's not a crazy amount of
Especially
time.
for
It's
the,
just getting so much attention because what are they at, like 80 million now?
They've got a lot of money, but how much did Star Wars: The Old Republic? I mean, they had way more than that.
Yeah, I think like 150 million. Or something.
That was a lot of marketing, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I think
I don't know how much it cost them just to use the Star Wars IP too.
That's true. How much money did it cost them to just license that?
Yeah.
True.
But,
All right.
no, I think that the reason you feel the development now of games, and we didn't realize what it was before, or you didn't recognize what 5 years really was to develop a game until you knew about it from like the day it was like
Concept.
conceived.
Yeah.
And now you're like, fuck, this game's still not here. Like, what's going on?
And you're seeing a game change over the course of these 4 or 5 years, where previously you'd hear about a game maybe a year before it was out, and all that stuff was set in stone, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's a change in the dynamic, but I think that people are so used to the old way where you didn't hear about a game until a year out, and
You wouldn't get info until beta, pretty much, before. And even then, it used to be completely common for there to be a strict NDA on beta.
Yeah. And they
then,
wouldn't get in the nitty-gritty about what was actually in the game to the general public.
like not even,
They were figuring it out.
So, anyway, it's just a different way than what we're used to right at this moment, I guess.
I will be really interested once that first episode of the single player comes out. Because that's going to be kind of, okay, here's how the game actually plays and feels when you're doing objectives type stuff. Besides which feels good right now.
I don't think that the ships that you've pledged in for will be part of the single-player experience either.
I wouldn't think so because of the way they can, insurance works and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So, like, everyone's still going to have to play through the same thing. Like, even if you bought some fancy-ass ship, you're not going to be able to use that for that part. It's the way I understand it is as soon as you're done with your military career, which is the single-player campaign, you go out into the universe as multiplayer now, and then you just have your ships in hangars.
That's the persistent world piece of it. But
yeah.
Well, awesome. I kind of have a gray area. I'm not sure if this fits into... Maybe this is a discussion. I'm not sure if it fits into our current MMO segment or if it's cheating on MMOs. Where do we put MOBAs? Is a MOBA an MMO? It's not MMO, but...
Well,
it's got an M and an O.
It does have... It's
if you round up...
I think
you could argue that it is massively. Like, it is massive because...
It's massive instance.
I mean,
yeah, I guess because a lot of MMOs
how
are
many people you're playing against, and
Same
you
with
have
like
the potential to
First
play
Guild
against.
was, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of MMOs now are super instanced, and
That's true.
it just doesn't have the hub world, but it's got so many people playing and pouring in hours, and the amount of character customization that
like, is the absence of a hub does that make it not an MMO? Like, can we not?
Well,
like, where do we put this?
It's not Merrick just said it in the chat. What I was about to say, you don't have the RPG part of it.
Yep.
But it would just be MMO.
We're
the MMO show. We don't necessarily need the RPG.
The MMO show.
MMO show. I guess it would just be the MO show if we combined it in there.
The Mo show. It's the Mo show or the Mo show.
Yep.
But yeah, I say so, and it doesn't hurt my argument here that I've just played a shit ton of Heroes of the Storm the past week. But yeah.
Oh man, that game.
Do you want to talk about it? Go ahead and talk. Well, this will be the dividing line where we talk about MOBAs, and I'm gonna mute myself because I don't really have anything to add about it.
Well, I mean, I don't have a ton to say. I've really gotten into the habit. I played the game through alpha and stuff off and on, but I've really gotten in to the habit this past week or so of logging in and doing the daily stuff.
And I started doing the dailies. I just couldn't keep up.
And it really works for me because I work at home and I do a lot of the daily stuff during the day, and I do a lot of the AI stuff. And I really like that this game lets you count AI
as your team.
Yeah, as it counts towards your daily quests.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't remember League doing that. I think they might. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played League. I think it worked strangely there, but I know Dota 2 was pretty. It was pretty strict about that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think Dota was the most strict, and then League was kind of straddled the line, and then Heroes is pretty much open to everyone.
Totally. And I like that if I'm having a super busy day at work, I won't even play with human teammates. I just want to play, and I'll play AI versus AI, and you can pause the game completely there, but you still get credit.
Yeah.
That's a ton of fun. I would like to get a regular or semi-regular, at least try to get a couple nights where we all kind of are, try to hop in and play with people, because I haven't gotten much chance to play with friends in the game.
Do you have a favorite hero yet, or have you tried
I've been messing around with stuff. I've been playing a lot of Diablo this past week, and I really like him. I still blank on some of their names.
I don't know any of their damn names.
Yeah, Jaina I like a lot. What's his name from StarCraft? The big buddy.
The minigun or the rifle guy?
Raynor's friend. I'm blanking on his name.
Tychus,
yeah, he's super fun in that game.
Yeah, the minigun.
Yeah, and also the roller skating chick is good too from StarCraft.
Yeah, my favorite so far is the berserker dwarf that has like an axe and a hammer.
Oh yeah, I've been playing some with him.
Oh,
I like Gazlo.
So fun.
Oh yeah. I played a little bit of him too, because I think I've got some of those in packs or collection packs. So I have some that I've never even played that I own. And I played some of him, and he was pretty fun.
Have any of you tried the Lost Vikings?
No, I tried it in that free demo thing, and it just hurt my brain. And I'm barely wrapping my head around the game anyway.
What's the Lost Vikings?
It's 3 characters in one, but it's like 3 minor characters instead of 1 major character.
See, a long time ago, back in the early days of gaming, back in like the Super Nintendo era, Blizzard made a game called The Lost Vikings, which was a side-scrolling puzzle game featuring 3 Vikings that each had a separate ability that you had to use to get through the levels of the game. And they created them in Heroes of the Storm as a single playable character. So,
well, they're sort of single playable. They're not.
Sure. You can split them off.
Them.
Yeah,
look at all that knowledge.
That's the part that breaks my brain.
Yeah, way to go, Steve.
I'm still waiting for them to add in the rock and roll racing car.
Yeah, I think at some point that'll be a mount or something.
Ooh, speaking of rock and roll, the other guy I really like is the Minotaur that has the guitar.
Oh, ECT?
Yeah.
ECT is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's another one that I have at level 1 I haven't played yet.
He's so much fun. I love that guy.
Yeah, but I've been playing a ton of that, and I'm having to pull myself away from it and play other things. But I would like to, maybe try to figure out a night where we could all try to play.
Yeah, I'm always down for a game or three of Heroes of the Storm.
So cool. We decide it's MMO. Deal with it if you don't like it.
We're gonna talk about it. We'll probably talk about Smite or League or whatever you guys are playing. If it's a MOBA, we will
Smite's good. I like Smite.
Yeah, Smite's great. I played a ton of Smite in the past.
But moving on from that, everybody, let's cheat on some MMOs. Pazz, this is where I guess you can finally contribute a little more about what you've been playing.
Hey, give us that great thumbs up, thumbs down.
He did. He really did.
Yeah,
whichever it was.
You guys got to hear my thumbs.
You have been indulging in mobile games, right?
Yeah, because that's the only game that I can play with my recent work schedule, basically.
What are your top 3 right now?
I've only got 2.
What are your top 2?
Well, it's literally the only 2 Supercell games I know about, which is Clash of Clans and Boom Beach.
All right.
So you're playing one game.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
it's like one
game.
game with 2 modes, where one's like World War II mode, where you just rush the beach, and then the other one's like, I don't know, armies. But I think it's interesting that in Boom Beach, how they completely changed how PvP worked, and then they added a sort of raiding PvE element with the operations. I thought that was kind of cool, and I was really hoping they would do that with Clash of Clans, but I have no idea if they're even, developing new shit for Clash anymore or not.
I would assume.
Well, they just did that last big patch with all the poison drops and everything. So.
Oh yeah, the spells.
You gotta get super high.
I'm not high enough.
We're not high enough to see the content that they just added with the
content that they add. I'm never gonna see.
Yeah,
ever.
I'm like at Town Hall level 7, and so it pretty much totally was a game changer for all the Town Hall 10s. Maybe some 9s cared, but
and 8s were like, I'm almost there.
Yeah, and we're like, what? So, yeah.
They're like, wait, you can cast how many spells? I only got fucking 2. What the shit?
I have 3.
Okay, well, fuck you then.
I upgraded my dragons this week too. So.
God, I just fucking trained the dragon, like the barracks up, and I realized that they're so goddamn expensive.
Oh yeah, like $2 million for an upgrade.
What?
I know. All right. Well, when you don't gem it, it takes a really long time.
Well, yeah.
I did just to answer a question we got from JBJ Blaze from the chat room. He wants to know. I know this show is about MMOs, but what other games do you folks play? Such as maybe Minecraft? And then he also wants to know if Pazz's name is inspired by Pez Candy. That's what it reminds me of when he saw it. Pazzolupo is Crazy Wolf. That's what that means in Italian.
I might add.
So Lupo,
Pazzo
wolf,
is
Pazzo,
crazy, and Lupo is the wolf.
But they did name Pez Candy off of it.
Yeah, about Pez Candy.
Nothing says candy.
There's still a lawsuit going on.
Nothing says candy like a wolf with a mental illness.
Well, it's made from wolf bones.
Crazy wolf bones.
Pez is made from wolf bones. That's true.
But we play tons of other stuff. We mostly like talking about MMOs for the show, but we play all sorts of stuff. Food Fight for the Atari 7800.
Yeah, other recent games.
We're not all retro, but
no, I'm trying to think of what else I have been playing. Tons of Rocket League still this week. Busted out my.
Sorry, I played Crazy Taxi on my phone. I forgot to mention that.
Nice.
I bet that plays great on the phone.
It's terrible, but I love it.
Yeah, yeah, it is. That game barely played well on a Dreamcast.
No,
that game
was meant. That game was meant to be played in the arcade.
Oh, it was my favorite arcade game.
It was so good.
Tubin.
Anyway.
I played Tubin.
Tubin's good.
Tubin's a great game. Yeah. I am about to beat Arkham Knight finally.
Yep.
Playing that, yeah. Actually no, I beat the main story, and I'm trying to just finish.
I was just gonna ask, did you do all the side quests too?
I have beat the main story, so now I have side quest stuff to do because while the main story is done, there is a part of the game where they're like, you're gonna be able to see something once you do this other stuff, which is all side quest stuff. So
Ooh.
I heard there's lots. and long.
There is like it's kind of I've got almost all the side quest stuff done, but okay, just to vent really quickly. I hate the Riddler stuff in those games, and this does.
I heard there's a lot of Riddler quests.
There are so many trophies hidden around, and you beat the Riddler side quest storyline, and spoiler, but the Riddler will say to you, "Okay, you did this, but now if you want to fight me, you have to find every one of my trophies." And
so ha, go fuck yourself, Batman.
Yeah, so I'm like I'm fucking done. Like if there is, I like the other side quest stuff, and I'll do that because it's parts of the game I like, mostly the combat. The car can kiss my ass in that game, but if there's a part of the actual kind of game story that you only see after doing that, I'm just gonna watch it on YouTube because that's not gonna be fun for me.
I really hate. I will say this: the Batman Arkham Knight website has you enter your birth date to access it. Which,
well, Batman's a raw motherfucker.
Okay, no, that's not the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is that it says my birth date is not a real date.
You're not a real date.
I'm invalid, people.
Batman.
Apparently the people who made this game don't realize that December goes to 31 days. Because if I type in the 30th, it's all fine.
Whoa. December has 31 days?
December has 31 days, people who make the Arkham Knight website. Anyway. That's my only gripe with the game, because I don't play it. So, cool. I do play Minecraft with a small group of Let's Play YouTubers, and occasionally I have to get back into it before they kick me out of the group for not playing. And, yeah.
One of these days I'll get back into playing The Witcher 3 again.
No, you won't. But that's
I will.
Nice. That's nice of you. I don't really play much. I mostly only play MMOs, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I don't know if I play. I'm trying to think. That's all I do.
Me and Jason can play handhelds.
Yeah, I do play. Yeah. Jason and
Hearthstone's good.
Jason and Slurs, between those two, they play everything. So they could cover the cheating on MMOs thing for another hour if they wanted to.
We scale it back.
Yeah. What is EVO 2015 finals?
That was the fighting game.
Oh,
that's the only cheating on MMOs that I did this week, really, other than Rocket League, like I mentioned already.
Wait, what's Rocket League?
What is Rocket League? Let's get into that. Really?
No.
We've covered it like for 4 episodes.
How many times did you say it?
It's still so fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
It's really good.
But everybody knows it.
I know. I'm just making sure.
I don't.
Everybody who matters knows it.
John!
I'm looking it up right now. God damn it.
John! It's on the PC even. Rocket League! Get it!
Soccer with car.
Paz, you didn't know about Rocket League?
Yeah, I really didn't.
Oh my god. You don't listen to it.
I guess I missed an episode.
Paz does not listen to our podcast.
Jesus. Anyways, another thing that I really enjoy, but I'm never been good at, is fighting games. And every year, since 3 or 4 years ago at least, I try my hardest to watch as much of the EVO finals as humanly possible. This year, I didn't get to watch much until the actual day of the grand finals for various games. I watched the Guilty Gear grand finals. I watched Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and I still wonder why I watched that because I hate that game. But then I make sure to always stay up late enough, and I was very tired at work the next day from watching the Street Fighter 4 finals, and it was amazing. Really, really good matches. And usually in years past, it makes me very, very excited about fighting games, and it makes me want to bust out whatever one that I'm playing, typically the Street Fighter series, but this year it really didn't. All it did was make me really want Street Fighter 5 to come out. So that's my hope. I want that game to be really, really good.
Beta's going on starting tonight.
I know, and I was even really tempted to buy into it so that I could get into that beta, but I'll just wait. I'm not I don't want to have any of my progress go for naught. So, but yeah, I watched. That was the biggest cheating that I did on Final Fantasy XIV this week, was watching those this last weekend. But it actually worked out because like I mentioned earlier in tonight's episode, when I was going back through the content, starting over in my character in Final Fantasy XIV, I was doing that at the same time that I was watching the EVO finals, so it was all cool.
That's all cool. All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to wrap the show up there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pazz, thanks for joining us. If all of you would like to follow Pazz on Twitter, you can follow him at Pazzolupo. He will never see it.
Those hot updates.
I was like, where are you getting with this? Where are you going?
He hasn't tweeted since 2011 when he canceled his Rift connection to his Twitter account.
This is true.
So
basically, Rift was the most tweets I've ever done.
Yeah. And
no,
you tweeted. You tweeted to Rare. One time in March, you told him no, I refuse. So I don't know.
Rare MP and not Rare TV.
Yeah, that's back when he was MP. Good gravy. Oh, okay.
So the moral of the story is go follow Rare TV
instead of Pazz.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's one of the good ones.
Pazz is in case you're wondering why we have Pazz on the, he's a long time guy who games with us in every single thing we play. So he is very knowledgeable about video games and MMOs and stuff, but he doesn't do any, you don't really do any YouTubing or anything like that, do you?
Basically no social media whatsoever.
No, he's just a gamer.
He's a guy that picked me and Jason up from the airport one time.
I've seen him a couple times.
That's true.
We did the Vegas thing for CotCon, the one annual one time only.
He smells great.
Went to dinner with him, Florida.
It's true. Yep. Yeah. You guys officially deemed me the wine connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was like showing me the cork.
Like,
I'm like,
he's like, you knew what you were doing.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I'm looking at this guy. It's this fancy fucking place in Vegas in one of the hotels. I don't even remember which one. And
it was the Venetian.
It's one of those like fancy Italian places. And the guy like carefully takes the cork off, and he's like showing it to me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I really don't know why you're showing me that.
You faked it so well.
Yeah, it was at the Venetian.
The Venetian, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know why you're showing me that. So if we could just like pour the wine, that'd be great.
Look at that cork. That's a good cork.
Stick it in your mouth and you spit it back out.
I would love it if he starts.
That's a kick-ass cork.
We should do that next time we go out.
He starts chewing on it.
Yeah, it's got a very nice consistency. Yep. This is a good one. This is a good year.
Yeah.
Lick it.
And then spit it out in my hand and then hand it back to him.
Yeah.
He'll be like, what? Yeah,
that's
the funny thing is the waiter actually ended up explaining it to us.
He was nice. He could tell you had no idea. But anyway.
Yeah, well, it's because you dumbasses were like, he's the wine connoisseur.
He has to deal with that shit all the time.
Yeah, he was used to that. He knew when he saw us, we didn't know what we were
about
doing.
A mile away, he knew that we had no fucking
bunch
clue.
Of dumbasses sitting down.
You guys pointed at me, and he just legit was like, "Here you go, sir." And I was just looked at him like, "What the fuck are you doing? Pour the wine."
Well, I think I purposely played up the wine connoisseur talk so he wouldn't do it to me.
He threw you under the bus. Okay.
So it was just a dodge. It was just like a. Okay.
All right. So with that, we're out of here. Slurms, take us out.
Fuck yeah!
Get the fuck out of here.
Woo! And with that, the after party is officially started. I would like to say that Merrick is taunting us in our